Sean Baker's the name, Thai boxing is the game. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of On The Ropes. And I'm happy to announce my first guest, Jamie Mccaw, also known as the sexiest man in Houston. So Jamie, how are we?
I'm brilliant, mate. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How was your Christmas and New Year?
Eventful. And Christmas boring, New Year eventful.
Usual then, innit? First thing we're going to talk about is obviously you're a Thai boxer.
Yes, mate.
You're very dedicated to Thai boxing.
Yes.
You were in Thailand for a month in August to September.
August 26th to the end of September, yeah.
So talk to me about that. How was your trip?
Oh, it's brilliant, mate. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing. It's a completely different level out there. Just absolutely everything. It's probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life, being out there, just training with all the Thais. And so I went to a gym called Sordet Japan. So where a lot of high level 1 championship fighters train out of. And they've got, not only do they have good 3-round 1 championship fighters, they've got very high level 5-round stadium level Muay Thai fighters there. It's absolutely brilliant. So you get a mix of both worlds. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. See just the difference, completely night and day, the difference of training there. So much more intense, so much harder. Like, the running especially, you run so much there. And you've got nothing else to worry about. You just live and breathe Thai boxing. It's absolutely amazing. You start off by running in the morning, wake up about 6, just walked into the gym, go running maybe about 7 to 10k in the morning. And then you come back, hit the bag a bit, stretch, shadow walks, and then hit pads. And it's not 5 2-minute rounds like we do at home, 5 3-minute rounds. It's 2 10-minute rounds.
Oh, really?
So it's a lot harder. Plus, it takes you a lot to acclimatise to the heat. I
was going to say, what about this? How's the weather over there?
Oh, mate, it's so hot there. The weather's absolutely brilliant. I think I went at the rainy season, so it was a wee bit cooler, but oh man, it was hard. It took a lot of getting used to. It's just so hard to breathe there because it's dead humid. You get so tired so fast, but it's a lot better as well because you don't get sore or anything. You don't get sore muscles because you don't need to stretch. So when it's colder, your muscles get tighter. Everything's just loose there. It's brilliant, mate.
See, when you're running, obviously you do a lot of running over here.
Yes, mate.
How was it? See the difference from running a 5k over here to running a 5k over there? Is there because the heat's hitting you? You can do you get puffed out quicker or?
No, mate. I found it was actually easier. I thought because I struggle a lot with like my calves cramping up a lot. I found that the running easier, but then after 1 or 2 weeks, it just grinds you down. I think it takes you a few months of running consistently like that to get used to. Got really bad shin splints out there. I couldn't kick with my left. I was fighting there on the 16th of September.
How did you talk to us about your fight? It was your first A-class fight, wasn't it?
It was my first full professional rules fight, and I think it was like the day I got there, they asked if I wanted to fight. I'm like, of course I want to fight. And I was like, that's why I'm here. So then they got me a fight, and it was a bit of a mad one because over here it's regulated. Like, I was just fighting on a small Thai show, so there was no way in.
It was just they turn up at the day.
Just turn up on the day, and so I got there and I seen the boy. I was like, oh my god! I was like, this boy's massive.
How big do you think he was?
He was the same height as me, but he was big,
like bulk bigger. He was definitely heavier because I remember watching the videos and going, fuck. I
sparred with people heavier than me anyway, and he felt bigger than them. The way he felt was bigger than him. I was terrified before that fight, actually. That's probably the most scared I've ever been. I don't know whether that was because it was my first fight without like my team.
It was Bobby and all that there?
Yeah, without my coach Bobby Quinn or John and Joseph. So it was a bit out of my comfort zone, and plus it was my first fight with elbows as well. And I was fighting in Thailand. First time fighting a Thai, you're always going to be scared.
That's that, man.
I was terrified before that one.
Tell us what happened.
Well, mate, I went out there because I was nervous before it. My coach out there, well, the boy who was coaching is JP Yarker.
Great coach, by the way.
Absolutely brilliant, mate.
Coach.
He just said to me, he's like, right, mate, just go out nice and fast on this one. So I was like, all right, you don't need to tell me twice. I thought that I could. I was not going to try kicking out score a Thai because
that's our game, really.
That's our game. I didn't want to clinch him at all because he was so big as well. I just went out there, started really strong, heavy boxing. And I started catching within the first 10 seconds, catching with a lot of boxing. I actually thought I was going to stop him really, really quick. And then I figured that I could throw elbows. So I went a wee bit elbow daft. And
because you've never been able to fling them but in a fight before, so you would kind of forget until like you remember and you're like, fuck man, I'm just going to start. It's like when you're playing UFC, you just start elbow comboing.
Aye, exactly. There was one time when I threw a downward elbow, threw a right one, threw a left one, threw a right one. I've never done anything like that in my life.
Spamming buttons.
It was, mate. It was like spamming a button in a game. But
class, man.
He then grabbed me in the clinch. We clinched up twice, and I felt all right in the clinch, but he did feel strong. But then, like, I felt like I think I probably won the first kind of 2 clinch exchanges, and then he just grabbed in the back of my neck the next time and just started naming. He was strong. Did
you feel when he had his arms on you? Is that when you were kind of going, fuck man, because like that's what they do in it. Like, they do see the clinching that they do in Thailand as well. They slowly focus on clinching over there.
A lot, mate. They're very, very strong clinchers in Thailand. They do. A lot of people over here, they kind of focus on your arms a bit more. Thais will just grab your neck and lock you. And you can't do anything, mate. You can't do anything about that.
What were you feeling in your head? See when he had you like that? Were you thinking when he was kneeing you? Were you thinking, "Fuck, man"? Like, what was going through your head?
Yeah, I cannot remember for the life of me. But he was catching with his knees, and I was hitting him. Anytime we were outside, I was kicking dead nice, boxing strong, pulling down, elbowing, and everything I was catching him I felt was hurting him and connecting him with him. And then he just started chasing in the clinch. And so, So then at the end of the first round, we were in the clinch again. He was just landing knee after knee, and I think I'm a pretty strong clincher. Like,
you're a strong clincher.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not a bad clincher at all. I think over here even in the gym I'm a very, very strong clincher.
Every time we spar, I'm on the floor.
Aye, mate, I'm a very strong clincher, I think, but nothing compared to her there.
No.
And he made me look like I'd never trained before clinching. And it was right at the end of the first round. I just relaxed because the bell went. I just relaxed, and he threw a knee as I relaxed. And I remember it caught me, and it nearly put me down as well. And I couldn't breathe or anything, so I went back in the corner. And JP was giving me advice. I was like, "Oh!"
What was he saying to you in the corner? JP's a huge coach.
He's an absolutely brilliant coach.
Amazing,
absolutely
man.
brilliant.
The things he's done this year as well is absolutely phenomenal, man.
Any time that I've trained, I've done quite a bit of work with him though.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. It's brilliant. But I just remembered the mistake I was making was I was leaning back into the clinch with my hips back. He just wanted me to have my hips forward so he couldn't land long, strong knees. And so that's what he was saying. But they use a lot of water in Thailand, which I wasn't used to. So see when I couldn't breathe, threw cold water on me as well.
Were you not expecting it?
No, well, I kind of was, but when he threw it, it shot me. I was like, I couldn't breathe at all. And then you get a 2-minute rest there in Thailand. So when you fight A-class, 2-minute rest. That's good. In Thailand anyway. So I had a lot of time to recover.
What did you get over here for? Like C-class fights and that, is it?
1 minute.
Is it 1 minute, aye?
45 seconds, 1 minute.
Wow, man.
But, yeah, mate, I recovered and then just went out in the second round, same thing. But it started, I still was landing boxing combinations, landing my elbows, but again, he was still getting us in the clinch. So it got to a point where he was just chasing the clinch, and that's what the fight was going to be.
Just clinching?
Yeah. So then, but he started walking into the clinch, stepping with one knee after the other, just kind of marching forward with his guard right down. And so I tried once to land an elbow over the top, and it connected again. So I was like, right,
do you think he got too big for his boots when he was walking with his hands?
I think I shook him in the first round. I think I hit hard. For a 53 kilo fighter, I think I don't hit like a 53 kilo fighter. I think I hit a lot harder. And I knew at some point I was going to catch him. It was either he was going to, because I wasn't going down. There was no way he was putting me down with knees. Either I was going to go to the decision and lose the decision, or I was going to stop him. I don't even think I would have lost the decision. I think I would have pulled it. I would have pulled something up. But he just started marching forward again. In fact, no, I threw a kick and I missed, and then he threw a kick and it just clipped me on the chin, so I kind of went back a wee bit. So then he rushed in thinking he's hurt me with a head kick.
I think he rocked you?
Yeah. So I, again, threw an elbow and caught him, and I started clinching with him again, and then the ref broke the clinch and he started again, just straight on me. I just stepped back. I stepped back twice to kind of lure him in. and I threw an elbow right for the back and landed just across the top of his head, and I knocked him out. And honestly, man, he just went down. That's my first time actually properly knocking somebody out.
Like, because that boy was sparked out,
He was
mate.
out.
He was, the photo you took after with the elbow, mate, and the boy knocked out behind you
It was brilliant, mate. I knocked him out. And honestly, I just remember thinking, I was like, thank fuck.
I mean, that's got to be my favourite photo I think ever, man. It was just because you're just stunned. Because I remember when you posted it and you were just stunned like that.
Stunned him with
and
the
then you
elbow,
just kind of look in the back and the boy's just
he's out cold, mate. Out cold, aye.
Oh, man.
Aye, mate, that one was absolutely amazing. My elbow was fucked after it, man. I couldn't straighten my arm after it, but I still went training the next day. Training on the Monday, I had one day off because you don't train on Sundays there. I had one day off, kind of rested a bit, and I still couldn't straighten my arm.
What is the food like over there? Because a lot of people have said it's absolutely amazing, man.
Well, mate, it's a hit or miss. Like,
is it?
You either like it or you don't. I absolutely loved that.
Did you?
Yeah, it's mad.
What kind of stuff was it? Like,
mate, see, to be honest with you, a lot of it's just chicken and rice.
Is it?
Yeah. But they have some mad things there as well. Like, they'll have, see, gone past the gym, they'll have people on wee like trolleys that come by with like bugs and stuff, mate. It's wrong. I never tried any of it, but the food's brilliant, mate. Thailand's mad. It's like a proper culture shock. You see mad things like five people sitting all packed together on a motorbike. It's mental, mate.
The wee scooters?
Yes, mate. Thailand's wild. It's wild.
I've seen videos on JP's story. It was him and what's that boy? The Spanish boy, Xavi. I was going to call him Xavier there. I don't know why. Xavi, and they're all like pure crammed on the wee hanging.
It's mad, mate.
Pure filming, pure laughing at it.
I remember that because we went on theirs the first time. I was so scared because I've never been on a motorbike before,
especially with like 4 people on the back. Because when we all sit on it, actually goes down. You feel it like the suspension drop on it. No, mate, you see mad things like I mind walking to the gym one morning and seeing some guy with a dog on his shoulders, like on his back. And a Wayne, like a newborn baby between his leg, mate. It's mad. Mate, they're both different over there, but
Thailand's mental, mate.
Crazy. So, Jamie, I've got some questions for you here. Flash for the camera. I know RWS. Ramadan Stadium. So, you've been training in Muay Thai for
5 years. Coming up on 6 years, mate.
5 years. So what inspired you to be a Muay Thai fighter?
Well, I always liked, mate, see, to be totally honest with you, UFC games.
Was it, aye?
It was, mate. UFC 2, after my brother started playing it. So I started to like it a wee bit more. And I was like, I want to play that just as a wee guy, a wee 10-year-old or something I was. So I started staying up watching UFC, and I originally wanted to be a MMA fighter. So I was like, right, I'm going to start boxing. So I started boxing. And honestly, mate, the coach I had was a fucking arsehole. He was a prick, right? Oh, so
was it just a boxing gym?
Just a normal boxing gym, mate. It was dead boring. I never kind of stuck to it. I kind of went on and off with it because I don't know, it just never clicked to me.
Did you feel that attraction? But see when you walked into a Thai gym, did it feel different for when you walked into a boxing
absolutely.
gym?
Absolutely different. I absolutely fell in love with Thai boxing, and I still held on to that dream. I wanted to be an MMA fighter. But then the more I started to learn about Thai boxing, I just fell completely in love with it, mate.
Yeah. What gym is it? What gym is it you go to?
Fight out of Base Muay Thai.
Base Muay Thai in Linwood, by the way. Mate. Check it out. So, see when you were playing the UFC games with your brother and that, you obviously had a dream to be a UFC fighter, and then when you stepped in the Thai gym, do you think you would ever convert? Because I know there's a lot of people who have been Thai fighters, done their bit in Thai, and then they've went to MMA. Could you see yourself?
See, to be totally honest, mate, no.
No?
If you'd asked me this years ago, yeah. But see, no. The only reason that I think a lot of people have gone to MMA is one, because they've done everything in Thai boxing, and two,
they want to just date in a sport,
because they want money, because the money's bigger. But I think it's getting to a point now where one championship, RWS, are starting to pay more.
Yeah.
You're getting more exposure. Yeah, RWS. Getting more exposure. I don't think it's necessary anymore.
You've got the Sky Sports deal as well. It just came in. That's
Sky
really
Sports,
good for the sport,
that's going to absolutely skyrocket Thai boxing, especially UK Thai boxing, which is absolutely booming at the moment.
Because I think first time I was in the gym, Base Muay Thai, it was December, I think, last year, but I kind of was like just going basically, so I could just tell people like, oh, I'm going to a Thai gym, right? And then obviously I think I started properly training like March. So I've only been around Muay Thai for probably not even a year, and I fell in love with it, man. It's so good. See, when we go to fight shows and all that, it's so, the atmosphere is just so
best
good,
buzz in
man.
the world, isn't it?
Especially see when you go and watch the people. You remember the first fight I ever went to was your fight, and I remember the atmosphere was just, it was so good, man.
It's brilliant, mate.
It's so
best
good.
buzz in the world.
So how did you start your journey? Obviously you said you were going to the boxing. So how did you end up going to base Muay Thai?
Well, mate, my brothers have always played football, so they played for a team called Linwood Rangers, and so they had like award nights and stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously I was talking to one of the boys' mothers, and one of the boys my brothers played football with, and she's like, "Oh, I've just started this gym," because obviously I was talking about how I like fighting and I wanted to do something more than just boxing. And I did see Muay Thai. I was like, I want to do a Muay Thai gym. And then she's like, "Oh, me and my son go to this one. It's called Base Muay Thai. It's just opened up." So I'm like, "Alright, I'll do it." Messaged the page, came done.
Is this when it was in Linwood?
Yes, right. Well, it is still in Linwood.
Was that when it was first hanging in Linwood? Yeah.
We had a few different gyms, different places now.
Yeah.
Always stuck with the same people, but it was in a wee industrial estate. I'd walked in, it had all ripped up mats and that.
Aye.
Like, it was just a little gym, mate, but it just had a great vibe. I miss that gym, you know. I really miss that gym. It's just something about it, man. Really good memories.
Did you feel at home?
Yeah. I had some of the best memories of my life in that gym.
Yeah. So tell me about some of your ups and downs you've had in the last. You must have had some ups and downs in 5 years.
Oh mate, I've had plenty of ups and downs. Mate, every week there's an up and there's a down. Like,
how'd you get through that then?
Just need to get going, mate.
Is that what's see your mindset? I know this is what I talk about, because I'm 19, right? You're 17.
I'm 17.
But I've known you since you were 16, right? And you've never been one for going out and partying at the weekend.
Well, I did when I was a wee guy, mate, as everyone does. But as I started to get more into it, all that dropped, mate. I used to go out when I was in school all the time, every weekend, jump up the woods, cut a Kansas sit, man, cut our buds and that, man. Yeah. But no, it's nothing I'm interested in anymore. I found something that I love. I'm not willing to give something I love up.
But that to me is the dedication is unreal, man, because most people who are 16 to my age, that's all they want to do is they'll go. You see them, and like you see boys who they'll go and they'll train, and then they'll just go for the weekend.
And
they'll
go and ruin it for the weekend. Do a full week of training, trained it hard in that, and then go ruin it at the weekend. Yeah, don't get it. Because that, and in mind, this was only like, I think this was last week. See, when the rain was pure hanging mind, and you were going to the gym, and it was pure like flooded. The water was coming up from the curb. It was like driving a boat, and this man was going down a train at the gym. Yeah. The dedication is absolutely unbelievable. Get down to the gym no matter what it takes, mate.
It's honestly so good, man. That's how you know. That's how you know when there's levels to this. But
I love it, mate. I love it,
and that's how you know you're going places as well. When you're that dedicated. That's what I mean. But see, when you're that dedicated to something, and you've got the mindset, I'm doing this, and nothing is going to stop it.
I'm glad you see that, mate, because some people don't. Had some day last week on New Year's Eve actually tell me that I wasn't dedicated.
What did they? Jesus, man.
Aye.
But that's the thing. But I see you a lot. You know what I mean? So I see this.
Family member, mate.
See, there's times when was it Wednesday? I was supposed to come to the gym with you in the morning, and I slept in.
Aye.
Like,
mate, a lot of people don't see. A lot of people think, oh, it's not that dedicated because they don't see what I do every day. They don't see what I do day in and day out.
Mm-hmm. But the boys in the gym, John, Joseph, me, Bobby, Aldo, exactly, Ross, they all see it.
They all do. That's why I said to him, I'm like, mate, go ask him in the gym. They'll tell you I'm the hardest worker there.
100%.
I'm never not in that gym. I can't mind the last time I missed a session.
And you always go in the pads with Attila, who's a big 100 kg brute.
Oh, mate.
He is a big boy, man.
Attila's this massive guy. Nicest man. Nicest guy in the world. Yeah. I love Attila.
You always go and hold pads with him, and he is a brute. He is huge. He is. Man.
He's about 6'1", 100 odd kilo, just a muscle.
He doesn't. Nicest guy, but he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
He is genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever had. He is genuinely.
He's a scary boy, but
genuinely is a PFC, mate.
I feel sorry for, see when he gets a fight, I feel sorry for the boy he's fighting.
Mate, I can't wait to see that.
Honestly, man, because he works hard as well.
he is, again, another really hard worker in the gym.
So is there any times that you've almost gave up?
Mate, plenty of times.
Is there?
Before my fight in Newcastle in June, before that fight, I was on a 4 or 5 fight skid. Well, I had 1 draw and 4 losses in my last 5. That made me question myself a lot.
I was going to say, how does that do for you? How do you deal with losses? Because you see a lot of fighters, like when Volkanovski spoke it when he took the Mccaw rematch, and he spoke in mine. I'm pretty sure we talked about it, that he was saying in the post interview, he was like, I was really depressed. I just didn't, because he wasn't fighting.
I get that, mate. I get quite lost when I don't have when I don't have something I can work towards coming up. I get a bit kind of lost, not knowing what I'm doing.
So it's
the way I deal with losses, mate. I just know my time's going to come. That's what I keep telling myself. My time's going to come. My time's going to come. It's all going to. I think you get what you put in.
That's it.
And I put everything in, so I'm going to get everything back. And then I was actually at a point where I'm like, right, if I lose this fight, I'm done.
Was it? Aye.
Before I fought in Newcastle, yeah. Obviously, I had a very.
I was going to say, but would you see if you lost that fight? Do you think you would have gave up?
No way.
No way.
Not a chance, mate.
I was going to say, I don't think you would have done.
I couldn't, mate. I love
it. Did you get nervous before? Well, I mean, everybody gets nervous before a fight. But what is it like the nerves? Because obviously, I've never fought before, and probably some of the people that watch this might have never fought before. Can you describe the feeling?
It's just best buzz in the world. I get scared before my fights. Not scared. Scared's not the right word.
When does it stop? The minute you walk out, the minute you're in the ring.
The second the bell rings.
The second the bell rings, it's just because Mike Tyson done it, and he said it used to get like feel sick and all that, and then the minute he was in the ring, it was game time.
Mate, every time before my fights, I'm like, why did I do this, man? And then after the fight's done, I was like, right, this is why I do this.
But see if you're not nervous about something. I see if you're not nervous about doing something, you don't love it.
Don't care about it.
You don't care about it. That's it. That's how you know That's how you know you enjoy something.
I've had fights where I've not been nervous at all, and I've got battered.
Aye.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Overconfidence. I fought a boy called Kyle Donnelly for a WBC title, first fight you ever went to.
That was the first ever fight I went to, yeah.
Kyle Donnelly's absolutely brilliant.
Great fight,
multi-time world champion. Massive for the weight. I think 80 odd fights or something. Hundreds of junior fights.
I remember I went down to watch the Damage show to watch him versus Lloyd Wright.
Yeah. Kyle Donnelly's absolutely brilliant.
He's a good fighter.
I was so sure I was going to stop him. I had absolutely no doubt in my mind, and it didn't go that way.
So I remember as well when you done an interview for the Mental Shift. This is another thing that stuck with me as well. When you said, I can't remember the question exactly, but I remember what you said when you said you would rather take a fight with Kyle Donnelly and lose than fight some bum and win.
Mate.
That's
exactly.
And also a bit of dedication. You would rather fight somebody who's a world champion than fight somebody and go and just for another win on the record. That's how you know it's completely different.
We take hard fights at base Muay Thai.
We do, by the way.
We don't dodge MD. If a fight's offered to me, I'll take it. And like, there's been times where I've had fights and my coach has been like, right, you're not fighting him. You're not good enough. I think, I don't know, mate, like, you got a lot of people who are on the same level as people and they dodge them. Yeah. Because it's going to be a hard fight or something.
There's a few people, there's a few people that do that.
Not me, mate.
Not you,
not me.
No,
Kyle Donnelly, perfect example. I had no right to be in that ring. I'm my 11th fight and he's a multi-time world champion. No right to be in that ring. Very, very little chance, but I think if you don't take risk, you're not going to get reward.
You need to take risks, but I think the amount of Thai fighters out there who've took a lot of risks. You need to take risks.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You do.
So how did you meet your coach, Bobby Quinn?
Well, first day I went in the gym, he was in there.
Was he?
The gym had just opened, it was just me and him for a while, so it's almost like he took me for private lessons. And honestly, mate, the boys for the gym have raised me. Like, they've raised, especially Bobby, raised me into who I am today. Nobody's having an impact like that in my life, being like dad to me. Nobody.
You talk about Bobby, John, Joseph,
yeah,
the whole gym and the artists. That's what it is. But when I first went in the gym, it was like a pure. You get nervous in that, but when you first go into a gym, especially because you're surrounded by fighters,
they're like my family. They're not like my family. They are my family.
It's like the gym's just one big family, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, exactly. they're like my family. They're who I go to for it, and people from the gym have done the most for me than anyone in my life other than my mum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my mum, nobody's done it and more for me than them.
You feel like they've put a lot on the line as well?
Everything that, well, I wouldn't say they've put everything on
you
the
know what
line,
I mean,
but
like
they've put a lot into it.
They really believe in you as well.
Yeah,
100%.
nobody believes in us more than people in the gym because they see what I put in every day.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's so the people in the gym can see you've got the vision and we get the vision as well.
So if you don't think I'm dedicated, get it up, please.
So we're going to react to one of your fights.
Okay.
We're going to react to Jamie Mccaw versus Neptune.
Yes.
Newcastle. What was it? Victory
Promotions, mate.
We're just going to. Oh, this is cool, man. I like this, Jamie. I can get used to this. So, talk to me about. See the boy you're fighting. Give me some information about him.
So Neptune's had had a similar amount of fights to me. He's brilliant. He's a very, very, very strong boxer. He's very, very good. The game plan before this was to move about and kick.
Yeah.
Because I think I can out technique anybody. Yeah. Absolutely anybody. And I wasn't going to get drawn into a fight with him. I knew he was a strong boxer, so I was ready for it. We drilled and drilled and drilled to catch him as he was coming in, step back and he'd kick because he's a lot weirder than me.
So, there's Big Bobby there. I can't say that one. Oh, that's funny, man. So, the boy, that's his home turf as well, Newcastle,
it is, mate. It's his home show. It was his home show, his gym show.
Proper, I was going to say proper 12. Victory Promotions, obviously.
It was Max Fight UK, his gym's Max Muay Thai.
They do fights as well, didn't they, Max Fight? Did they do fights?
That's what I said. They're fighting on Max fights.
There you wearing
I'm wearing my sponsor, Damage Fightwear.
Speak to you a little bit soon about our sponsor, Damage Fightwear.
See, you can tell I was nervous before this fight because I've usually got a right confident aura about me.
What was the atmosphere like? Because I couldn't go in that fight.
Mate, when I walked out, I tell you, because I heard that pen drop, I must have been hated in that arena. Mate, it was all his pals, all people from Newcastle.
Was it? Oh, I love that.
I brought nobody with me, I didn't, so one ticket for that.
I was going to say, because I was going to come down and then you were like, yeah, probably better not coming down.
Aye, mate, I didn't at all sell any tickets. You can see my coach there telling me, he's like, right, you need to get hyped up for this. I don't know what was it. It took me a while to switch on to this fight because I just felt a bit flat.
Did you feel like it was because you were coming into his home turf and then you've seen the atmosphere and kind of were like...
No, I think it was... I had a lot of pressure on me because obviously I've got sponsors.
Because you were coming off a loss.
I was coming off a lot of losses.
Yeah.
I've got sponsors. I had a lot on the line this fight. I put a lot of pressure on myself. And obviously Neptune.
And he's a good fighter though as well,
Neptune's isn't he? Brilliant. I really, really do rate him. I think he's really, really good.
You can see you're kind of like leaning back. You're trying to like... It's like, what is that thing called in the corner?
What, reaction?
No, I was going to say we're leaning against something and I completely messed it up. So, this was C-class, wasn't it?
C-class, mate, my second ever C-class fight.
So that's 5.5
minute rounds, mate.
1 minute rest?
Probably 45 seconds, yeah.
But so what was John saying to you there?
John?
Yeah, he was saying something to you I would can't even remember. No? I was going to say, but see, to be honest, when was that like?
Not a clue, mate. This was
so long.
I don't remember much from my fights at all. I just remember, it's weird, I just remember little snippets for it.
Because was it no, am I right in saying, was that no like a month or something after the Kyle Donnelly fight?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, I remember it was quite close.
There's a big size difference between us here. I remember looking down on him thinking, I'm a lot bigger here. I'm a lot bigger here. Again, the plan was just to move about and kick. Yeah. And just kind of, I was going to start a bit slower in the first 2 rounds and try to let him tire him out. I don't think nobody's going to outlast me. You can actually look at the tan line. I was really badly sunburned before this fight.
That tattoo, what age did you get that tattoo?
I got that tattoo when I was 15, mate. I'm always raging with me. So see, straight away, he just came straight to try pit me off. Just stepping back, kicking.
And you're very good at blocking kicks as well.
Yeah, mate. Dead quick reactions.
So, see when he was kicking, you were just boom, right. So
Yeah,
everything he
mate.
done, were you just flinging it right back?
Mate, it's just reactions. Got him nice there. See, that was me going for that head kick again.
Yeah.
Can
That's
do
your,
that.
that's your special, innit? Left kick Mccaw.
It is, mate. My left kick's my thing. He was strong in the clinch, but I actually expected him.
I was going to say, did you expect him to be strong in the clinch?
No.
No, did you not?
I did. I felt like I was out clinching him, but I was a bit wary of getting hit by him. But see, after I got hit there, I started to settle down a wee bit. So he didn't hit as hard as I thought he was going to. I've been hit harder in the gym.
Aye, half me.
I see. Just cut my knees in and then break it. Try to start nice and slow.
So do you think he was just rushing a bit?
I actually thought I hurt him with that fight, with that punch there. That's why I came in with a big boxing combo.
Oh.
And see, I caught him with a head kick there. Obviously, caught it, but still landed.
Yeah, you can't take the... When you catch a kick like that...
I felt like I started to come into this now. See, I really caught... Although it looks like I've got a pasting in this round, nothing he hit me with hurt me.
You feel like that was you, like...
I felt his power kind of lower for what it was.
Yeah.
I see, after that I was so confident because I knew I was like, this is going to go my way, because I was just kicking dead nice. Even Bobo was saying as well, I remember the first thing he said, he's like, this is ours. Or he said, what was it he said again? And so he's like, absolutely brilliant, Jamie, absolutely brilliant. I was like,
he does that thing, then he's like, brilliant, you're doing great, you're doing
brilliant, you're doing brilliant.
Class, man. So were you just hanging in that corner? Is this when you were in your corner? That's what I was meant to say. I meant to say corner, and I was going to say ropes.
I was so confident in the corner, mate. I was so confident because I knew he was going to tire. See, after that round, he can't keep that pace up. I can.
Yeah, I was going to say that you wouldn't be able to keep that pace up through the 5 rounds.
And he wasn't hurting me, so
just wasting energy.
It was just wasted energy, mate. Because I would have outscored him all day. I think no matter what, I really like Neptune, really nice boy, but it was always going to go my way. So same here, he starts nice and fast.
Oh. And that was it.
So obviously that's just years of drilling block kick in the gym.
And you can see how much it means to you there as well.
That fight.
You can see how much it means to John as well. When he's
that fight meant a lot to me, man. I actually took my mouth guard out and lobbed it.
Did you?
I don't know if you know the coach from Ketf on Tip, Jump Up.
Oh,
he
Jump Up, yeah.
He came with my mouth guard. He's like, that's a $5 for you. I jumped up in the ropes there. I actually remember some of the Newcastle boys are like, oh, come on, have a day off, man. Just jumped in the ropes and screamed.
Oh, amazing, man. And you see how much it means to you there as well?
It means a lot to us, man. It means so much to me. Because again, that skyrocketed my confidence back up. And now I'm on a 2-fight win streak with 2 knockouts in the second round.
So, I'm going to give you 5 fighters, right?
Right.
And I want you to blind rank them.
Okay.
Obviously, you're young, you know what a blind rank is, Jamie.
Yes, mate.
So, the first fighter I'm going to give you is none other than Nico Carrillo.
I would say number 1.
You've seen Nico number 1?
Yeah, right now especially number 1.
The next one I'm going to give you is Liam Harrison.
Oh, number 2.
Number 2?
I don't actually think that anyone in the UK has come close to him yet. Again, he's the most accomplished there is in UK Thai boxing right now.
My third fight I'm going to give you is none other than Joseph Calhoun.
Wow, much as I love Joseph, man, I think Joseph's brilliant.
Oh, he is brilliant.
But I was saying 5 because I have a feeling there's going to be better people.
That's harsh, man. You don't know. I could be next.
Joseph's my best pal.
The next fighter I'm going to give you is Sanchai. I feel like you've messed it. You think you've messed the list up a wee bit?
No, not really, mate.
So who have we got number 1? You've got Nico, number 1. Who have we got number 2? Liam Harrison. We've got...
I say
Joseph, number 5.
I say Sanchai, number 4.
Sanchai, number 4. Who did I say all the names there? Nico, Sanchai. Oh, last one. Jonathan Haggerty.
Number 3.
Number 3.
I'm happy with that.
Aye?
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
I didn't think you would have put Sanchai second.
I like Sanchai. I like watching him fighting. That I think he's absolutely brilliant. But I think maybe I was a wee bit past his prime. Like
Yeah.
I came into the Thai boxing past when he was in his prime.
So we're mentioning Nico. We've got to talk about the Nico fight. We've got to talk about the Nico Nong-O fight.
Yeah,
We were in your house watching it.
we will.
Hearts were fucking racing.
Yeah.
The first round was my heart. I remember we were all just going because Nong was just catching him in the kicks.
I think he must hit like a truck, man.
They
He
kicks
must hit
must.
so hard.
I've never seen. Obviously, I'm not a fucking Thai boxing expert. But this man is. This man, well, in the making, you know. Anytime, if I ever need information about somebody, you're my textbook. I come to you, I say, Jamie, could you give me information, and you always give me the information like that.
Just love it, mate.
He must hit so hard because I've never seen Nico. I've watched all Nico's fights, and I've never seen Nico go like that.
Hot like that, yeah.
I've never seen. Cause it was when he was putting on his front leg, you could see him like, and he was changing stances as well. And then
well, look what Nong-O's done to everyone he's fought. He's blasted absolutely everyone on it. Stopped Liam Harrison with one kick.
And Liam Harrison is known for
leg kicks.
kicking leg kicks,
yeah.
exactly.
I think he kicked so hard. That fight was I didn't expect Nong-O to come that strong. I thought Nico was going to blast him in a round.
I thought Nong-O would have done kind of what he done against Haggerty.
I think Nico got a stronger version of Nong-O than Haggerty did.
I agree with that. 100%.
Before, Nong-O was knocking everyone up. Absolutely making, not even having a hard fight with one.
And then Haggerty ran through him. I think he trained harder for this fight than he did for the Haggerty fight. 100%.
But I do, because he would have had, it would have been ego, not an ego thing, but he would have wanted this shot back, to prove himself again.
So, what is the key to success in the Muay Thai industry?
I think just no getting up, mate. Having a big heart. I think that's it.
So dedication, just keep going, just keep going.
I think consistency.
Consistency is key. That's what they say, isn't it?
Yeah. I think you just need to be consistent with everything. If you're not consistent, you're not going to have a consistent amount of results.
Yeah. So have you got a favourite quote you live by?
I've got a few. You actually asked me to look at this. I didn't. I've got a few off the top of my head. There's one I seen the other day. It's like, I can't mind how it fully goes, but it's along the lines of, whatever doesn't work out. But then again, whatever it does.
I know what my favourite quote is. Hakuna Matata. No, do you want my favourite one? I see any David Goggins. See on my TikTok, just follow David Goggins.
Brilliant, isn't he?
Who's going to carry the boats, mate? That's what everybody says these days.
Who's going to carry the
boats? David Goggins as well. He's a absolute.
It's just a nut, isn't he? It's just off his nut.
Animal, man. See the stuff he does. Like going for like, what was he? 300 something pound, 200.
I mean, no fall off at you other than that, actually. But
fuck off.
But mate, honestly, man, he's just off his nut, and he's just like,
see when he's running, but it's his voice. You know, like to see David Goggins' voice is like, man, it makes me like kind of jumpy. I don't know what it is.
Turn you on, mate. Is that what it is?
It turns me on, mate. That's
stop running, mate. I stop running, man.
It's like we see when he's running in the desert, and it's like, you see me out here, motherfuckers. I'm out here fucking running. You're lying in your bed, mate. It just does something. And Nico loves David Goggins as well, doesn't he? He always see him with the David Goggins tapping that on.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to talk about is obviously training base Muay Thai.
Yes.
We've already kinda talked about it, but what's your relationships like in the gym?
Oh, mate, strong as it, and strongest relationships I have in my life. My coach Bobby, he's like my dad, and he has been for years. He's been solely the most influential figure in my life. He's just built me into who I am today. Gave me good morals, made me into this, taught me to be that respectful. But just instilled good morals into us.
Yeah.
John and Joseph, they're like my brothers.
Great guys.
Brilliant, isn't they?
Fabulous, man.
We actually get mistaken for brothers quite a lot.
These?
Yeah.
Even though both of them are twins?
Yeah, people.
Well, I can actually see it, to be fair.
Joseph said to us one time, he's like, somebody asked me where my wee brother was.
I can see it, man.
People, I used to help out with the balance classes a lot, and people would say, oh, where's your grandpa today? I'm like, my grandpa?
Oh, mate. But I get that quite a lot when I'm out with
I'm like, Bobby. I was like, he's not my grandpa, he's just some man I met one night.
You can see how you, John and Joseph, could be brought three handsome guys, you know.
Aye, mate.
Who have you got a favourite training partner?
Favourite training partner?
Somebody you train with.
Well, my training partner's most consistent one's Joseph. Because we gel so well. His style and pads matches me, and vice versa. We train all the time together. We're we train. That's my training partner mostly.
Yeah.
He's we just gel really well together, mate. That's it.
So, what role does mental preparation play in your performance as a fighter?
Mate, massively, you know, massive. I think I start to panic about fights, like start to feel all weird in my chest and that sometimes if I don't think I've been doing enough and it shoots me into doing more.
Yeah.
Like, I visualise a lot of it as well. See if I can't visually see myself winning, I need to train harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about your week here. Obviously, you were in Thailand for a month. Talk to me about what do you do for a Monday through the week, like training wise.
And I fight camp.
No, just a normal. Just what are you doing a normal week?
Just normally, I'm not in a fight camp right now. I'm kind of relaxing, eating what I want, doing what I want. Really, it'll just really go for like I'll maybe have like a couple of PTs I do on Monday mornings, and then training at. We'll run at 6, and nothing hard, just a 5k or something. Run a group is now. We'll run before training when the beginners class is on. Yeah. And then at 7 our class is on till 8:30. Yeah. Usually just do a bit of pads or a bit of something. On a Tuesday I'll usually just go a run. I'll usually either go a run or I'll come down training. Yeah. On a Wednesday I've again same running at 6, training at 7 till 8:30. Then on a Thursday I'm doing with a tiller. At about 6 or 7, about 4 or 5 to about 6. Just hot pads for him. And
how's that holding pads for him, by the way? I've always wanted to dash.
You know, mate, it's not bad anymore. I used to shake after it. You'd have thought I was a junkie, mate, shaking like fuck.
Because obviously, see when we spar with a tiller, he just touches. He uses 5% power.
He's just a big gentle giant.
He just taps you and taps you. But see when you see him hitting pads, fuck.
He is a monster, mate. It doesn't hurt my forearms anymore because they're conditioned to it.
Because you're used to it. That must be good conditioning, to be fair.
What, my forearms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever going to Stockton slap anybody, but
mate, I'm not going to be like, right, kick me right here.
How do you think a leg kick would feel? Would you let a tiller leg kick you? If you say yeah, I'm going to make it happen.
I think a tiller would snap me into. I think he would absolutely snap me into.
Oh, I can't imagine it.
It's not even with a lot of bigger guys. You think, I hit hard, so I'll just hit you hard. He's very technically good.
Yeah, he's always training as well. But
yeah, always training as much as he can. He's very, very technically good.
So see on the weekends, obviously you don't go out and you don't drink. You're just a normal boy who is just dedicated to Muay Thai.
As everyone calls me, boring, mate. I used to have a lot of pals. I've lost every one of my pals, bar like my friends from the gym, for example, and my pal Toffee school. That's it, mate. That's really it.
That's another thing I find. See, when I took myself away from all the dafties and all the idiots, and I just like select myself to like just training. Yeah. You found that a lot, like when people are out the weekend and you're lying in your house, people would be like, "Oh, why are you being boring?" Like,
mate, I used to get it all the time. My pal Tor was the only one who didn't call me boring for it.
You know how hard it is to find a pal like that, but like,
mate,
because people are so focused around drinking, drugs. That's all they just want to do at the weekend.
Mate, I think a lot of people, if your relationship solely relies on drugs or. I've never done drugs really. I've never done drugs. It's not my thing. I was just always a shite bag when I was younger. But drinking, if your friendships revolve around drinking, it's not a real pal.
And
mate.
That's what I mean. So, if you're out every weekend with the same people, right, and you're either drinking or you're taking drugs, these people aren't your friends.
No,
if they can't sit, because I used to have pals like that, and then see when I stopped all that, I would invite them more, and they would be sitting in my couch, we'd be playing something, and then I see them 2 minutes, I swear, I see them in my house. What we doing? I'm just going to sit and watch the telly and see the reaction up here. Why the fuck are we going? We're not going to do drugs? Or I think that's when it switched to my head where I'm better than these people.
What the fuck is this? Mate, my pal Tor, that's what we do, mate. We just sit and do nothing. We'll sit and play PlayStation or something, or just sit and watch a movie. It's about
the company, but it's not about the atmosphere.
We actually get people calling us gay and all that because we don't go out.
Fuck me, that's people but who just live for the weekend and have never experienced.
Mate, you know what? I love Mondays. I've always said this. Mondays are my favourite days because it just starts a whole week of training. I've always said that. I can't think of anything more miserable than working a 9 to 5. Well, a 9 to 5's no bad, but working a 9 to 5 and having nothing you love, a job you hate and have nothing you love. I can't think of anything more miserable than that.
Or working a 9 to 5 and then having all the money you've just earned and then going fucking blowing it on
just a couple of Venoms and some Prozis, mate.
There's a few people on my Snapchat that you always see them at raves. Like,
that's something raves would terrify me.
I don't think I could ever go there. Imagine just going to a rave and you're just surrounded by sweaty people.
Mate, I get really, really anxious. Around big groups of people. Like,
yeah,
just really anxious, mate.
I put a post up on my On The Ropes Instagram. Go follow it if you don't follow it. We asked the people on Instagram for some questions that they would like to ask young Mccaw. I'm not going to be reading the inappropriate questions that some people left. So we've got Joe Turner. Yes. Oh, great guy. I love Joe Turner.
Best guy. What a guy. Amen.
He's asked 3 questions, right? Yeah. The first question he's asked is, why do you fight?
You know, mate, it gives me a purpose. That's it. It keeps me away from doing something bad. It just gives me a purpose, and it's something I really, really love. Mm-hmm. Like, it just gives me a buzz like nothing else does.
Yeah.
That's it, mate. I'm just chasing a buzz. Like, it just genuinely gives me a sense of I'm actually doing something with my life. Because I've always been that kind of wee guy. My 2 brothers always, they've always played football. One's a pilot. They're brilliant in school. Like, I've always got, oh, look how good your brother's doing. And I never had anything I was good at. And once I found something I was good at.
So you're kind of just chasing the light in it. Kind of like
chasing a buzz, mate. Chasing what I'm good at. I found something I'm good at and I'm not letting it go.
So the next question they asked, we've already covered it, so we'll just skip it. He said, do you feel nervous before a fight? So we'll just skip it. So let's talk about it. This is a good question. If you could build the perfect fighter, what body parts from what person would you use? So we'll go left kick, right kick. We'll just go hands. We won't go elbows and then arms because that might. Actually, fuck it. We'll go left elbow, right elbow, hands, knees,
chin,
kicks,
stamina.
Yeah.
Like right, okay,
so
let's go.
We'll start for the top, right? So what jaw, whose head would you want?
What, as in like chin, ability to take a shot?
Ability to take a hit.
Oh, sex-in. Who'd had it, mate? Nah.
I thought you would have said rod thing.
Nah.
No, sex-in?
Sex-in.
So we'll go, I was going to say neck there. Whose body?
It's a bit of a weird one, mate.
I know, it is a bit of a weird one to ask, isn't it? Just say your own body, please. Right, elbows.
Oh, who's that good? Sipalik, maybe?
Sipalik.
Oh no, Daniel McGowan. His elbows are brilliant.
Mm-hmm. We'll go hands.
Nico Krill.
Nico?
Yeah.
Knees.
Either Pech Binshu or Diesel Nye.
We'll go left and right kick because I have a feeling I know who you're going to say.
Left kick, I would say either myself or Pampayak.
Who would you say for the right?
Sipalik. It's got to be absolutely unreal.
What about the ability to block kicks? Who would you have?
Own. No, Sipalik's.
Sipalik, no.
IQ in that as well.
Another question that got asked off John Fee was 2 minutes, I'll tell you, because you know my phone's just. What strategies do you employ to stay mentally resilient and focused in a fight?
In a fight?
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I just am.
It's just in the mindset.
It just comes naturally. Before fights, I just remind myself of what I've done.
Yeah.
I've put all the work in. I remind myself how bad I want it. Just big deep breaths, listening to music maybe. Go on a walk a lot. I do that a lot. I never sit still. Cause I overthink everything in my life. Like anything, I overthink it. So I just sit and go and walk so I don't let my brain time to go and I just switch off.
That's perfect. So I'm going to talk about the sponsor of this podcast. The sponsor of this podcast is Damage Fightwear.
The sponsor of me as well.
The sponsor of Jamie as well. They've just launched a new website, www.damagefightwear.com. If you go onto the website, you put in discount code OnTheRopes10 for 10% off. I know, you're welcome. I'm some guy. And that is it for the first episode of On The Ropes. Thank you very much, Jamie, for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you, bro.
Thank you, mate. Me too.